Welcome to another PC Sportscards PSA submission reveal. This is Josh with PC Sportscards. Today we have bulk 2023.30 for you, sent in on January 25th, received by PSA on January 31st, and complete on March 21st. About a 6-week turnaround. We're seeing 4 to 8 weeks. This is right in that sweet spot, so happy that this order came back when it did. If you haven't checked out our videos before, we do reveals on orders going to and from BGS, PSA, and other grading companies. We're doing a $1,000 challenge. We're basically showing people how you can make money in the hobby, because that's how we started our business, by doing these things to make money in the hobby, and we're trying to show people that it is still very, very possible to do that. Got 4 topics we're going to talk about today, and then a bunch of other stuff that comes off the top of my head as we go. If you like this kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to get alerts. Without further ado, let's get started. There are some Pokemon cards in this order, not a lot. The first customer in this order actually is, I think, all the Pokemon. The first one got a 10. The rest of the cards are 9s. I think some of them are still even profitable as 9s, but as you all know, Pokemon is not my favorite thing, not my expertise. But on that note of not being an expertise, I had my first sale for the $1,000 challenge yesterday. I listed the 9 or 10 better cards that I decided not to grade, and the Matt Boldy Young Guns that I paid $25 delivered for sold for $40. So after taking out fees, I net about $33-ish, I think it was. So I made $7.50 on that Matt Boldy without even grading it. No chance, no risk. Bought the right card, sold it after he had a hat trick, went up. Very happy to do it. And I will tell you that every single card I listed has a note in it saying that the card won't gem, saying there's multiple flaws with the card. The ones that have major flaws that I got a refund for, that the people didn't ask for the card back, I just listed and said they were damaged and said exactly what the damage was. We got a super fractor here. So the next person that buys it is not going to buy it thinking that they're going to be getting a card that's worth grading. So we try to do that when we see the problems, especially cards that I'm specifically evaluating for grading. I will always say what I think the problems are, because I don't want somebody to be unhappy. Alexa Bliss. All right, now this is not our first topic, but we have a PSA 6 Roman Reigns. So I want to give this one a look over to see why it got a 6. I have not looked over these cards prior to the submission. It looks like there's some peeling on the bottom over there. Not 100% sure. Usually a 6. Yep. There is a surface wrinkle right here on the back. I don't know if you could see it. Let me try to get it. Tough to see, but obviously that's what was missed. There was a surface wrinkle on the back of that card. Remember, guys and girls, always look at the back of the card when you're sending them in for grading. Most issues for low grades come from the back of the card, because you're obviously going to look over the front. When you don't look over the back, you're leaving yourself open to getting that bad grade that you then are like, oh, I can't believe PSA did that. I got killed by this card. What the hell? It's pop control on my random card. No, they're looking at the whole card, not just the front. So you guys have to look at the whole card, not just the front. Both thick wrestling cards got 10s. Not cards I would normally send in, because I don't like sending in thick cards. They're harder to grade. So this submission we got another one. This one's a 7. Again, I have not looked these cards over, so I see some whiting on the top. I think that's actually part of the card. I don't know. Definitely white on the corner. All 3 corners. 3 of the 4 corners have white on them. There's a pretty bad dimple right there. So, again, that one was pretty obvious what the flaws were. I don't know if there's no white on the corner of this card. It's the same picture, so maybe that white on the top left corner was actually a serious problem. Sorry for the sniffle. I tried to hit the mute button, but it didn't work anymore, so I have to fix that. So I apologize. Freddie Freeman Illumination Power Plaid, aka X-Fract. Not an X-Fractor, I can't even think of the name. A different kind of fractor. Snakeskin, Freddie Freeman. I almost bought the Trout of this on PWCC last week. I like that card. I think it's cool, even though it's not a logoed card. And we are coming up to our first topic of the day. Ian Anderson blue foil. And our first topic is, we talk about it a lot though, Superstar Bowman Chrome First Refractors are absolute gold mines. Got Austin Riley here. Raw card goes for about $13. We said $17 if you add shipping in. PSA 9 sells for about $30. PSA 10 sells for about $95. There's only 400 PSA 10s. That is not a lot. This card was very hard when it came out because of centering. Nobody really understood because of this extra box over here where it actually was. There's some that are way off center left and right that got 10s, and then the same centering with no other problems didn't get a 10. It's very weird. But this card, $17 plus 19 equals $36 is your cost if you're grading this card. 26 minus 36, and that's your cost with us, right? I don't know who else you would send to, or sending direct, you might have to add in extra shipping. You might have to add in shipping cost to us if you're shipping only 1 or 2 cards, but if you're shipping like 50 cards, 40 cards, obviously that lowers the cost of shipping to us. And obviously you don't have to pay for shipping back from PSA, only back from us if you're not consigning the card. But 17 plus 19 equals $36. $26 for a 10, for a 9, which is like the net after selling it, equals a minus 10, could be up to a minus 12 for a PSA 9. $82 the net after selling, $36 still the cost, plus 46 means you need a 20% gem rate to be profitable. It means if you have 5 of these and one of them gems, you're making money. Could be 1 in 4 if you're going minus 12, but whatever. And then if you look down below, 400 out of 650 are PSA 10s, 238 are PSA 9s. So you have like a 63%, 64% PSA 10 rate when you only need a 20% rate. Means this is a card that you should be grading if you find them raw in good condition and you could look over a card. Those are probably pre-qualifiers, right? Knowing how to look over cards. But I like to say it, a card that you could find with a 50% plus gem rate and a 20% required rate to make money is a great card to grade if your goal is to grade to make money. Remember, in our videos, we talk a lot about grading to make money because that's what we do. We grade cards to make money with them. Freddie Freeman vinyl. We make money. We make it so we can pay our employees. This is how we started our business, by buying lots, buying collections, picking out the ones that are worth grading, sending them in, getting them back, and selling them for a profit. That's how we made money. So if that's what interests you and that's what you're looking to do, this is valuable for you. When it comes to grading cards that you want to put in your PC, there's no real requirement when it comes to that, right? Like, if you like the card and you want it slabbed, send it in for grading. I'm not going to ever tell somebody what they should and shouldn't grade for their PC because it's their PC. It's what they want to collect. That's a cool looking card. But when it comes to grading cards to make money, we want to share our experience. Take advantage of the 20 plus combined years that we've been doing this and learn from it for what you are grading, right? Like, this Soto's cool. I probably should have done a little bit of a video on this one but it's Chronicles Select Soto, numbered, color match. It's one of those weird cards. Probably a good card to grade, but there's probably not a lot of them graded, but it's not something I would grade. Maybe I'll do a short on that. Dylan Gabriel, Bowman University. You know I would never grade Bowman University. Sell it as fast as you get it in. Adley First Chrome Refractor. I'm sure this is going to be very similar price points to Austin Riley. Alligator. I like that. Pat Splat. I like the Garbage Pail Kids. So, Allen and Ginter Soto Red Refractor. Usually it's surface scratch. You can see some surface scratching inside the slab. Usually surface scratching is what's going to get you like a 7, 8, or 9. X-Factor. These Allen and Ginter chromes are actually really cool. We got a Griffey Wave Refractor. That's sick. I'm sure that's going to sell well. Acuna Wave Refractor. Next up, we got a Prism Stadium Club Soto X. Yeah, that one earlier was an X-Factor. I was right. Another one, Superstar. The shorter the print, the parallel, the better. Not numbered. Stadium Club. Great photography. Card's $110 raw and $285 as a PSA 10. And you have a 64% chance of getting that PSA 10. There have not been a lot of PSA 9 sold. I haven't found. The last one sold was for $400 back last April. So obviously the price has come down on these. So I didn't want to put that up because obviously the PSA 10 recently sold for $285. The 400 is a little off. So, but I would guess a PSA 9 is $130, $140. So this seems to be a safe card to grade if you could find them raw. And there's big profit in them. And you're safe, right? One thing we're going to talk about at the end of the video, the last topic we're going to talk about is why you want to grade cards in quantity and how you can make money from grading multiple copies of the same card and protect yourself, because you're not going to be 100%. I'm not going to be 100%. Zach's not going to be 100%. The only 100% that we have when we send in orders, when we send in bulk orders, is that we're going to get at least 1/6. Because we're going to miss something on the back of a card. It happens in nearly every order that we send in. Because you miss something. The light doesn't hit the card the right way. You forget to look at the back of some of the cards. Like, it's going to happen. So sometimes if you have a bunch that are close, send them all in. Maybe you get lucky, you get them all. But you don't want to leave the 10 out and get the 9. So you have to send them in. That's what we do, at least. I love seeing all the baseball coming back right before baseball season starts tomorrow. Might be today when some of you guys are watching it. Might be a week ago when some of you guys are watching this video. Minor league season starts a couple weeks later. So even if you got 9s on some of these or most of these, you have these cards back and you timed it properly to get these cards back. So if somebody ends up on a hot list, you could sell yours and you can move on. Hell, since they're graded, you're going to get a small premium over raw most likely no matter what. And you might be the only one that has the 10 that somebody's looking for, or the 9 that somebody's looking for, or the card that somebody's looking for that's already graded. So that's why I think grading Bowman Chrome Autos is good. There's a fingernail mark coming down the edge over here into the back of the card. So there's your 8 for that card. It's very hard to get these small details on camera. A lot of 9s in this order. I'm going to guess it's light surface scratching on most of these. Got some top edge issues on this one. There's going to be just small things that are going to separate it. And you miss them. Or you just take the chance, right? Sometimes you're just taking the chance that you're going to get the good grader. Or get the easier grader on the flaws that you have. And you win some and you lose some. But grading these autos just makes a lot of sense. What's cool about this submission is that when we get through the next 7 or 8 cards, we're going to get to a nice run of early 90s cards. We go Blyce. So, and that's one of the reasons I actually really love that they changed it to 1980 and on in these submissions instead of all the cards being ultra modern, because you get a good mix of the 80s and the 90s cards, even with the ultra modern cards, which makes the reveals a lot more fun. They make them more fun to do. And I'm sure they make them more fun to watch. All right, we got an 8 on this one. Let's see if we can figure it out. This corner is bent in. It's really tough to see on the camera. These 2 corners are pretty dinged up, so I'm guessing that's what made that one an 8. An 8, sometimes you just don't see it. All right. Now, Let's go for some Jordans, boys. Beam Team. Obviously, the centering, you can see the difference on the top over here. Still an 8 on a Beam Team is not bad. Jordan Skybox. 1990 Fleer Jordan, PS 10. This is one of the cool. I love this card. Magic Jordan, great moments from the NBA Finals. 91 Skybox. Members Choice Jordan Stadium Club. Olympic Jordan. Somebody kept their cards from their childhood in good condition because you're getting a lot of 9s and 10s on these old Jordan cards. Sorry if I'm not saying much right now. I know how many there are printed. I just love seeing these cards because they just bring me back to when I was a kid. They bring me back to go to like Hot Shot Stationery as a kid and pick up a couple packs of cards. Fleer Ultra was like $3 a pack. It was very hard for my parents to give me the money for that. LeBron Flux, number to 99. Some football. Obviously, the white chipping across the top is what's going to get you here, and the black corners you can see. Centering issues, but otherwise a great card. Centering issues on the Merino also. Got Barry Sanders score rookies. PSA 8, PSA 7. Jerry Rice. I mean, look at all the Hall of Fame rookies we have here also in this order. LT rookie. One of the most iconic Bo Jackson cards. Griff Rook. Billy Ripken F-Face. Got one more Pokemon card mixed in here. All right, we got 2 topics left and not that many cards left. So the next topic that we're having is going to come up real soon. Got a Holland Pink Wave, non-numbered. Ronaldo Rose Gold, number to 125. Mbappe, Red Prism, number to 399. All right, and then I looked this one up. Relatively new card. One of the great names in soccer right now. Figured this is going to be even profitable as a 9. Is the soccer fad over? We're looking at one of the young studs in soccer. This is a $5 card raw, which means you're probably paying anywhere between $6 and $10 for it. And a PSA 9, only the last one sold in November, sold for $14.50. Card Ladder has it at a $10 card now. A PSA 10 sold for $50. So you can still make money when you get in a 10, but there's only 45 of them graded, and that's the small premium you're going to get for one of the best players. If you're looking at like Soto, Trout, Judge, Acuna, Ohtani, those kinds of guys in baseball, you're looking at LeBron, Luka, those kinds of guys in basketball, or you're looking at quarterbacks in football, there are huge premiums, especially on the first ones, even if it's the second, third, fourth year of a guy. There's only 25 graded, and the margin's just not good. And it's a hard grade, only 25 to 45. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the soccer fad is over? Is it reaching the overprinted portion now? I don't know. I know that I'm going to avoid a lot of soccer cards unless they're really low numbered of superstars and first or second year. You can't even buy Mbappe refractors now to make money grading. Makes it a little hard. Makes it a little hard. Lots of Mbappes here also. Debo. We got the Torque Monster. Go Devils. Topps update paper. Obviously, I see the white all over here. White in that corner. You got to look closely sometimes. You got to look closely. Ohtani, 100 home runs. Harper, SSP. Abrams Gold, both top corners are touched. Wander, Silver Pack. Wander Holiday. J-Rod, centering's terrible on this card. J-Rod Holiday. J-Rod Holiday. And then our next topic, which we talked about briefly and you saw quickly. Why do you submit in quantity? This customer submitted 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 J-Rod updates. 11. They went 8 for 11, which is better than the average. The average would have been like 7 and 4 maybe, 6 and 5 maybe, somewhere in that range. We went 8 for 11. Made $85 by just submitting these cards over what they could have sold them for raw. Got 8 10s and 3 9s. The 8 10s made $112. The 3 9s lost $27. Profit of $85. They required a 40% gem rate to be profitable here, and they went at like a 75% gem rate. It's great. Love seeing that. Love seeing our customers being successful with their grading. And you grade at quantity. So if they went the other direction, say they went 7 and 6. Say they just pulled three that they weren't sure about, and those were 3 of the ones that got a 10. If they got a 10 and they went 5 and 3, they would have lost money. Right? Yes. You could look at the positive side of it and say, I mean, they went 5 for 5 on Bobby Witt. You could look at the other side of it and say maybe they could have pulled those 3 9s and they would have been complete profit of 112. That's true. Remember, I like to look at it from a protection and safety standpoint more than I look for it as I'm going to get every single thing right. That's how I look at it. I'd rather protect myself. I'd rather minimize the downside instead of maximizing the upside. It's my strategy. You don't have to agree with me. And one more Young Guns to end. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Probably have a reveal of an outgoing submission for tomorrow and a couple more going out this week. Really appreciate you watching this. My first submission for the challenge is in QA2, so hopefully that pops soon. And look forward to doing more. Thank you so much.